Hi guys, so today we are gonna unbox the Shimano Twin Power 2020 C2000SHG. I emphasize the 2020 is because just a few hours ago Shimano has released the trailer for the Shimano Twin Power 2024 and it looks a lot different. Now the first thing that I noticed when I unpacked this box is there was no specs on the box. And I actually looked for my glasses and wore it and make sure that is there really no specs on the box, because this is the first time that I unboxed a reel from Shimano that has no specs on the box, because the Stradic, the Vanford all have specs on the box, but this one has no specs on the box. So let's go to the unboxing of the reel, and we hope that we find on the manual what the specs of this reel is. So the first thing that you see when you open the box is actually the user manual. So these are some paperwork. So it has the Twin Power. I think this is a quick start guide. You've got an exploded parts diagram. So what I love about Shimano, these diagrams, is the parts are labeled and numbered. So if you lost something, broke something on your reel, you just refer to your manual. So and look for the part number, and you can order the part. And you've got this is the manual, so it's actually multilingual, a lot of languages right there. And let's look for the specs of the reel. So I guess it's this one. So it's this piece of paper. So let's look for the C2000SHG. And okay. So where is it? Oh, there. So the C2000SHG. So the specs of this reel. So you've got a 6.1 gear ratio. Since this is a high gear model, and the S, by the way, means it is a shallow spool. So you've got a 6.1 gear ratio. You've got the drag force of 3 kilograms, or about 7 pounds. You get the actual weight of the reel is 180 grams, or about 6.3 ounces, and you've got the line capacity of the spool there, and you've got, so the line retrieve per crank, per full crank of the reel, is about 82 centimeters, or about 32 inches. And the bearing, you've got 9 plus 1, a total of 10 bearings. And enough with that. So let's go straight to the reel. So you've got the handle that is put on a separate bag, and you've got the reel itself that is wrapped in bubble wrap, and you've got a bag. So the Twin Power, I didn't expect that it has a bag, although I know that the Stella has a soft case, but I was not aware that the Twin Power came with a bag. So it comes with a bag, and it has the Shimano branding on it, and you get a packet of washers, and this is to change the line lay of the line onto your spool. So you add or remove washers, and you've got this transparent stickers, which up until now, unboxing a lot of Shimano reels, I have no clue what are these for, and I've actually never bothered to look it up online. So if you know what are these for, you can just comment down below on the comment section. And there's nothing else on the box. So let's go to the reel. Wow, this actually looks beautiful. This is just actually the second time that I've actually held a Twin Power on my hand, and I've actually noticed additional details on this reel. So let's put on the handle first. So this is a screw-in handle, the same with the Stradic, with the Vanfords. Even the Naskis already have a screw-in handle. That is very smooth, very silent. Wow, that is really impressive. So let's go to the reel first, the aesthetics of the reel. So this reel is, the color of this reel is magnetic gray, and on the rotor you've got the side plates, which are metallic side plates that actually complements a lot the magnetic gray. On the butt of the reel you've also got this the signature design of Shimano. You get this, also this metallic plate on the butt of the reel. You've got a metallic chrome cap right there, and on the foot of the reel you get the twin power and the model, and it says made in Japan. And to the spool, this is, I think, what makes the Shimano twin power design elegant, is the black and gold spool design. So the color scheme of the spool really is impressive, because even if this part is covered with line, you see those slanting grills right there, there is a gold trim inside. So that emphasizes that this reel is black and gold in color. And even if this one is covered with line, you still have the lip of the spool showing off. And unlike this, the gold on this reel, the lip of the spool, that gold is actually metallic, and it is actually very reflective and shiny. And on the lower part of the spool, there is also a trim of gold right there, which really emphasizes the color, the black and gold color scheme of the spool. And on top, you get a cap with some metallic trim design right there. You've got a metallic trim right there on the cap. And even on the handle, you see there's actually a gold trim that complements the color scheme of the spool. And you've got this one-piece handle. Overall, I think this reel really looks beautiful and elegant, and I just love the way it looks. And I saw the Twin Power 2024 model. I watched the trailer, and it kind of looks like more of a Stradic. That color of the Stradic, it is gray from the body all the way up to the spool. So it really adopted a different design. It looks completely different from their 2020 Twin Power FD model. So let's go. Wait, but before we go to the features, let us first hear what the drag sounds like. That sounds beautiful. It's more clicky. It's more clicky than the Vanford, in my opinion, and I really like it a lot. So let's go to the features of the reel. Why this reel is so expensive. So you've got the Hagani body. The Hagani body is basically the construction of the reel is mostly made from magnesium and aluminum. And even with that, those materials, they still manage to make this reel light with only 180 grams. And it is very rigid, and there's actually, let's try to flex the reel. There's actually zero flex, and that's very impressive. And you've got the Hagani gear. So the Hagani gear, if you're not familiar with Shimano reels, so unlike other reel manufacturers where they have a piece of metal, they cut the piece of metal to form the teeth of the gear. With Shimano, they don't do that. They have this process called a cold forging technology, where they 3D model a piece of gear, and they have this whole block of aluminum. They stamp the gear with lots of pressure, and you have this precisely molded gear, which with that you are able to make a very sturdy, durable gear, and at the same time, since it's precisely molded, you are able to have that very smooth gearing. So that is what I love about Shimano, their Hagani gearing system. You've got the micro module too. So what I love about Shimano is there is what they call this trickle down system or trickle down technology. So the specs, the features that they have developed with the high end model fishing reels of Shimano, like the Stella, like the for example this micro module 2, will somewhat trickle down to the lower end models. And you've got a lot of features that the affordable models of Shimano has, like the Naskis, the Miravels, the Ultegras. You have these features that you can only find on the high-end reels of Shimano. So I love that trickle-down system that they established, because not all fishermen are willing to spend that much money on a Twin Power or a Stella. So you've got the X ship. So the X ship is basically it improves gear durability. So you also have the Hagani body. That's the construction of the reel. You get the silent drive. So the silent drive is basically Shimano making sure that they they reduce the tolerances, eliminating gaps, rattles that enables to make loud noises. So with that, that's why when you're operating the reel with the silent drive, you can make sure that in operation, the reel operates silently. So that is the silent drive in action. You've got the X Protect. So the X Protect, you've got these exposed parts of the reel that water may get into. With the X Protect, they are able to engineer those parts of the reel in a way that there is a labyrinth system. So to water get into the reel, they need to go through that labyrinth system, making this reel water resistant. And you've got the G-free body. So the G-free body is the effort of Shimano to basically shifting the center of the gravity closer to the rod. So with that, with that improved comfortability, it also reduces fatigue, especially when you're lure fishing and you're casting for hundreds of times. Having that improved comfortability lessens fatigue, and that is the G-free body. You've got the long stroke spool. You've got that is basically the spool design, and what it basically does is it improves the range. When you cast your lure, it improves the range on how farther you cast your lure out, and that is basically the long stroke spool that improves spool design. And with that, there's also the way that they managed to design the spool that when line takes off, when you're casting, there is less resistance. So with the improved spool design, there is less resistance of line coming out of your spool, and that basically improves the how farther you cast your lure. And you've got the rigid support drag. So that is basically strengthening the spool support of the main shaft. So you got so that is basically the improved and consistent smooth drag delivery of your reel. And you've got the cross carbon. Well, the cross carbon drags are actually put in 3000 series reel and up, because this one has a felt drag, and the 2500 also has a felt drag. And you've got the SARB. So this is actually a shielded bearings. And you've got the one-piece bail. This one, the Vanfords, the Stradic have a one-piece bail. So those are the features of the reel. And what I love about this reel, the Twin Power, is aside from the way it looks, from the color scheme, you can actually fit this with a lot of color rods. But aside from that, the Twin Power is actually a very sturdy reel. This has the features that I want to have, because the way I fish, I mostly fish for rockfish, and there are fish like this coral trout groupers that are very heavy. So having that reel that doesn't flex with that improved durability, I could reel in that fish confidently. Because I was using the Naski and I upgraded to the Stradic, And I want something different. I want something more powerful, more rigid. That's why I got the Shimano Twin Power FD or the Shimano Twin Power 2020. So that is my unboxing of the Shimano Twin Power C2000SHG. If you want to say something, ask something, you can leave a comment down below. If you like the video, leave a like. If you want to look at my future uploads, then don't forget to subscribe. So bye guys, and thanks for watching.